All right, everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to the fastest growing show on the entire internet. It's so exciting to be with you here today in a week where I've finally decided to start uploading again. Let's talk about some changes to the format. I love updating you guys on how the channel is operating at the present moment because it seems to change every month so far. I've started my job up again, and for those of you who watched my I'm Diseased video, you'll have already known that I started working again. So that's one of the reasons why it's been kind of difficult lately to find the energy time. Oh, there's a lot of traffic outside. I hope that's not too distracting for you guys out there. I apologize if it is, but I can't turn the streets off. You know what I mean? And if I close the window, I'm just gonna get hot. Oi! I cut my hair. You noticed. I know you noticed. Thank you for noticing. Thank you for any of the comments that came my way after my last video where I mostly just complained about the Mario movie discourse. I appreciate it. I really do. And obviously, I'm recording these two videos back to back, so I haven't seen any of those comments yet, but I assume they're there. And until further notice, I'm going to act that way. What, they're not there? Just kidding. I'm not talking to anybody. So yeah, I was on a bit of a hiatus because I got sick, and then work started, so I have a lot less time now. I get back home, and I'm beat, guys. I'm beat. Not to mention, the past couple of weeks, I did my taxes, something that always takes me way too long because I'm afraid of taxes. I'm afraid that the IRS is going to see that I underpaid, and then they're going to jail me forever, and then the jail is going to use me as a slave, because that's what American jails are. Look it up, I assume. I assume I'm correct here. Yeah, so that was really stressful, but we got through that, and the government owes me money, actually. So hopefully I don't get arrested for that. But you never know. So that took some time, and I was kind of busy with that. And then on a totally other irresponsible kind of front, I just started playing the Mass Effect games recently. Oh my god. I first played Mass Effect 3, I think, in 2012. And it was, a lot of people have thoughts about the ending. Which I'm going to wait until I actually play the ending again this time before I have thoughts. So I'm not going to share a bunch of these thoughts yet. But I have completed Mass Effects 1 and 2. And oh my god. I remember Mass Effect 2 being one of my favorite games ever. Back when I was in high school. I think at one point when I was in high school, I tried to play Mass Effect 1, but I couldn't get over the graphics being bad. So I just skipped right to Mass Effect 2, and I probably played Mass Effect 3 again. But I have the PS5 now, and I downloaded the Legendary Edition, which means I have 1, 2, and 3 all remastered with all the DLC. It's epic. It's so epic, and I mean to, it's my hope that this YouTube channel catches on. Obviously I'm a little bit facetious when I talk about it as the fastest growing YouTube channel ever. Although we did get 2 new subscribers in the week since I stopped uploading. So, sometimes I bet silence has its benefits. Isn't that right, Miss Riz? Yes, my categories. But yeah, that was distracting me. And it's still going to for a little bit. I'm just starting Mass Effect 3 right now. So stoked. I can't even believe I got away from it long enough to make these series of videos. I'll be shocked if I get away from it long enough to edit these series of videos. But for the time being, we're going on a super light, super improv, super nonchalant, casual level streaming and video experience where whenever I have the time and the energy, I'm just going to sit down and record as many videos as I can. So historically, when this all started out, I was recording 6 videos in about an hour and 10 minutes every week. Then I got a little bit more involved in the research process, and that ended up making the videos longer, and the schedule got untenable. And then I started going back to kind of the 10-minute format. Now I'm sticking with the 10-minute format, but when I sit down to record, I don't plan on recording for a week per se. I'm just recording. I'm going to record for as long as possible, get as much content as possible, and it's going to be really experimental, and hopefully I will be able to talk about timely things, but also because these are going to be a lot more sporadically filmed, hopefully we touch on a number of more universal themes that can be understood by the larger public without necessarily needing to lock a video into a specific time or place, even though that video will very much be locked in a particular time and place. Sorry, I had to drink, I'm just a person. So that's what's going on with the channel, and I have, it looks like I have about 4 more minutes left in this video where I explain to you what's going on with the channel. So, yeah, that was really all the updates. I guess, okay, so I'm working on it. Another update, a special project that I was working on at one point at least, was a video about electricity. So the research is pretty much stalled for all the aforementioned factors that I described just earlier. Yeah, so we'll see. I hope that doesn't stop completely. I hope to one day bring to you, internet viewer, the most supreme, complete compilation of the history of electricity. That's the point of the electricity project, is that I'm doing a bunch of research about electricity, how we discovered it, how we use it today, how it's been used in the past, and so far, the week that I was doing the research, a bunch of the stuff was really interesting. And on other fronts, I'm drawing a lot. I've included some drawings in the channel in the past. I want to work on a way to incorporate more drawing stuff, but I'm just struggling to have the time even right now to think about getting like base videos out. So that might take a second, but one day we'll see if we can get some hype around some of my drawings, If you like them, maybe you'll like them. I think they're okay. I think they're getting better. I started drawing seriously around the start of the year, I think. Maybe a little bit earlier, but I've been recently getting into comics a lot more, and so drawing has been a more and more interesting kind of thing that I've been getting better at. And that's fun. Drawing, the more you draw, the more you realize the whole world is just shapes, man. It's really interesting in a way, right? Like, look, that's just a circle, and then you got like a triangle type here, and it's just fun. It's just fun and interesting, and I don't know. It's when you draw, you really observe a lot. You really observe, how you actually put things together in your brain in a weird way, right? There was one thing that's been recently getting me like more invested in drawing was this experiment where someone posted on their like social media feed. They said, "Draw me a horse from your memory right now," and they got a bunch of responses. And none of these horses looked correct, because despite the fact that you can picture a horse and you know what a horse is, there are a lot of little details around the world, about things, about people, that you just don't really realize, that you don't pick up on until you think about, how does a horse's knee bend? Think about it right now. What's going on with horse knees? Huh? I think we're almost out of time. Yeah, we got like 20 seconds left. So I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to leave you with a little thought. Think about a horse's knee. How does a horse's knee work? Can you draw it? Can you draw a horse's knee right now? I can't. I don't have my pen and paper with me. And I'm in the middle of something here, huh, buddy? Oh, no. The one thing I said I was going to get better yesterday at, and it's still this weird, awful alarm timer sound. No! All right. See you tomorrow, everyone. Maybe.